The Murder at the Mansion. This is a proof of concept scene for a proposed full-length satire of murder mysteries. The lead up to this scene is as follows. Amelia LeGrande, a very beautiful, very elegant, very rich lady, is with her fourth husband, Jeffrey Kadman. Jeffrey has been getting death threats in the mail, and wanting to know who's behind it, Amelia and Jeffrey hire Barry Hawk, a detective, a man who solves cases but isn't exactly what you would call on the ball when it comes to signals. He is rather stupid in some places. In this scene, after Jeffrey Kadman has been murdered by an unknown assailant, Barry goes to Amelia's room to question her. Amelia, who has shown interest in Barry for reasons we don't quite know yet, tries to convince him of her innocence. But Jeffrey's not exactly getting the point of it, as you'll soon see in this scene.
Yes, who is it?
Detective Hawk, ma'am. Hate to speak with you. It's important.
Detective Hawk. Detective Hawk. Oh, yes. And just a moment, Detective. Come in.
Miss LeGrande?
Why, Detective, what brings you to my boudoir?
Well, ma'am, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm afraid I'm going to need to ask you a few questions regarding your husband's murder.
I had a feeling it was going to come to this.
Ma'am, believe me, this brings me no great pleasure. But I'm afraid, as Jeffrey Kadman's wife, I have to look upon you as the first and the main suspect.
Oh, woe is me. You think I killed Jeffrey, don't you?
I didn't say that, Miss LeGrande.
You don't have to spare my feelings. Everyone here thinks I did it. I know it.
Well, ma'am, I hate to say it, but the evidence is pretty damning.
Detective, despite what some may say, I loved my husband. I loved him dearly, and I would never try to hurt him or kill him. After all, I was already a rich woman by the time I met my Jeffrey.
Right. Jeffrey Kadman was your fourth husband, correct?
He was.
Well, ma'am, I hate to jump to conclusions, but if I recall correctly, your previous three husbands, all of them died under mysterious circumstances.
Oh, goodness. Those deaths were all perfectly explainable. My first husband, Claude, he drowned in a boating accident that I was nowhere near the scene of. My second husband, Robert, he was shot in a hunting accident where I was also nowhere near the scene. And my third husband, Victor, he died from eating poisoned clam chowder.
I assume you weren't at the scene of that accident, too?
Oh, I was, but I certainly didn't do it. I'm a lousy cook.
Miss LeGrande.
Oh, please! Call me Amelia. Miss makes me sound so old, Detective. Sit. You can ask me any questions you like, as long as you make it quick.
Well, Miss LeGrande, Amelia, I want you to think carefully to the roughly 10 or so minutes leading up to Jeffrey's murder. Any suspicious activity that you saw, any items that were missing, whatever you can think of, just tell it to
Oh,
me.
You caught me in a position I was a bit shy to show you, Detective. It's not giving you any ideas, is it?
Well, now that you mention it, there was one thing I wanted to do.
Well, go ahead. I certainly won't stop you if you try. What?
You had an eyelash on your cheek, Amelia. It was really bugging me. But don't worry, I got it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Amelia, see that when the lights first went out tonight, you were clinging to my arm. But I can't help but remember that in all the confusion, you did briefly let go of my arm. So that could have been the very time when you did the awful deed.
Don't be fresh, detective. I see the way you're looking at me.
Amelia,
Oh, you brute! You vicious brute! You brute!
Well, what do you know? You had another eyelash on your cheek. But don't worry, that was the last one.
Oh! Why are the handsome ones always as dumb as posts? He can't be that oblivious, can he? I need to be more direct, it seems. Oh, detective, please call this questioning off. There must be some way I can convince you that I'm innocent.
I'm sorry, Amelia, but if I let you go, I'm going to have to let everybody else go. Then we would never figure out who the murderer is.
But detective, surely there must be some way to convince you of my innocence.
Well, Amelia, I can't say that there is. I'm afraid I need to figure this out.
Let me show you.
Well, that was nice and all, but what does that have to do with me finding you innocent?
Oh, wait. What?
That kiss. How would that kiss show me that you're innocent?
Perhaps you didn't quite get my meaning, detective. Allow me to elaborate. I'm innocent. Correct.
Amelia, you're a really good kisser and all, but I'm afraid I just don't know how that would show me that you're innocent. Now, would you mind explaining to me how?
You're kidding, right? You're messing with me, aren't you? Okay, I get it. You're just pretending to be blissfully unaware of me locking lips with you in order to persuade you I'm innocent, right? Any second now, you're gonna pull me into an embrace and say, okay, Amelia, you got me, I know you're innocent, and then we'll lip wrestle some more, and you can go and find my husband's killer. Oh, detective, you're quite the card. Very clever, very funny. For the love of God, please tell me I'm right.
Amelia, I cannot stress how serious this is. Now, while those two kisses were breathtaking, and you're a very beautiful woman, I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist that you tell me what makes you innocent here. I want to believe you, but I'm going to need proof first, so please, start talking.
What in God's name is the issue here? How are you not understanding what I'm trying to get across here? For heaven's sake, a goldfish could figure it out. It's fine, Amelia. It's fine. Get hold of yourself before you have a heart attack. Okay, detective. I'm going to explain this to you one more time, so please pay attention.
Well,
now, detective, do you get it?
Amelia.
Yes, detective.
Either you start telling me how you're innocent, or I'm going to be very impatient with you.
Oh, get out! Get out!
Oh, what did you go and do that for? That hurt.
Oh, I'm shocked considering how thick your skull is. Get out of my room, out of my life, or else I'll call the police!
But I am the police.
Get out!
I'll come back later when you're not acting like a raving lunatic. I'm going to be feeling this in the morning.